Oh, people, it's Power here to review the Kamen Saber DX Kirin no Onagashi Wonder Ride book. I did not rehearse this. Sucks on me. Kirin no Onagashi. Well, so this again is our annual Toys R Us exclusive because Toys R Us exclusives have completely replaced November campaigns. So obviously we have a Wonder Ride book that's draft base because of Jeffrey the Giraffe. Here we have a CGI rendering of Dragon Onagashi. I will just assume it. I don't think it would be Dragon Kirin, but again another left side profile of Saber. It promotes you to do Dragon Eagle Kirin, but I'm not gonna do that. So here we have the Wonder Ride book right here. Interestingly enough, it's blue. Like, I know, like, technically, I haven't actually covered what colors the Wonder Ride books are, just because it's like, oh yeah, like, of course it's this color, because it's for this rider, but then because now we're going to be covering books that aren't essentially associated with any of the riders, I guess we should. So obviously here we have the iconic cover with Kirin scares kid. I don't know why this kid is freaked out. But the stylization of the title just makes it really hard to actually, figure out what it's trying to say. But story page, then QR code for Gampa Rising. And the transformation page, which is probably also one of the best ones. Look at that frightened kid. The giraffe's gonna eat his soul and consume him to death. So, yeah. Book activation. Forgot to say that was the book activation, obviously with Rekka, and I forgot to say, obviously because of how this is a story page. Apparently the story of this is based off it's based off a Japanese folk tale, so I wouldn't know. So as you can tell, this one is completely different from what we have covered so far, because typically we'll get Wonder Rider and then we'll get like a simplified version of the name. However, this one just has a completely new sound set, this case being Old Story Rider or Mikashi Banish, which is, old story, but obviously like folk tale and such. So this one is a completely different sound set, which is interesting. Wonder attack. So as you can tell from the finisher, you can clearly tell it's not saying the name of the book. If if we do this again. You can tell, like, so basically, it gets set into, obviously, the name, obviously, it doesn't say, like, Kirin no Onagashi, it just says Dowa no Momogatari, Monogatari. So, it's essentially saying, like, story, like, not just storybook, or, like, story, essentially. Like, generic story. It's the generic story phrase because its name is not programmed within this. And interestingly enough, they decided to pick green to, represent old story. So, essentially, I can't say much because obviously that's spoiling essentially what this is leading up to. But like, gosh, this one, like, you can tell, like, essentially something's clearly off because this one's a lot more simplified than like, the, like Jakun, Ko- Kotoba 3 and Bremen, because those ones, at least, yeah, those ones are generic, but like, they at least follow the Wonder Rider thing we've been following, but this one has its own sound set. And just because it's advertised. Okay. I'm not even gonna bother. So now, obviously, we got Dragon, Monogatari, even though I'm just gonna say Dragon Kirin. So yeah, that's essentially it. Obviously, there's no point of covering the Wonder combos. And I don't know why I'm acting like this is the end of the video, because I have this to cover. Gosh. Temperature? Why? I was literally almost done anyway. Obviously, the reviews are a lot simpler because I don't have to show off everything. And the Kuriyami just reads it as Jaku Mukashi Banish, similar to the transformation for this one. So yeah, this one's pretty interesting. Just because there's a lot of, like, the issue about covering this one is that I can't cover its full context because of the fact I didn't cover a similar set of books yet, because that's getting held back, just like the Hondana. And it's really difficult to cover this other section of the sword driver sounds, where essentially, as of now, they're just singular books. However, when you chain them, like, you can build it up to 3 books to get the full jingle similar to Wonder Rider, but like, so essentially it's kind of like, in this case it's like, I guess because it is DX, I guess I recommend it. It's like the story significance of this one, I think, I don't know, obviously I haven't watched the show, but like, I think it's used to like unlock a gate or something. Like this book and like, I don't know, like 12 others are used to unlock this gate. So like, and they only show up for like that one episode. So it's just kind of like, you don't really need them. If you want new sounds for the sword driver, then go right ahead. I'm just gonna say right now, this trio is my favorite out of the like other trios we'll look at way later because I can't do that right now. But like, obviously it doesn't do much by itself, but once you get two more books, it would do this. You know, you at least get something. This is a weird review, just because it's like I can't really say anything because we haven't looked into it fully.